Level 1. The new hire. You spent 2 years in an FAA-approved aviation maintenance technician school. You studied airframes, you studied power plants, you learned hydraulics, fuel systems, landing gear, electrical wiring, and how to read a maintenance manual the size of a phone book. You took written exams, oral exams, and practical exams administered by an FAA designee. Then, you passed. You earned your AANDP certificate, airframe and power plant, 2 letters that took everything you had to get. Now you're standing in a hangar at 2 a.m. in a pair of steel-toed boots, holding a flashlight, staring up at the belly of a Boeing 737. You're making $23 an hour to start. That sounds decent until you do the math on the school debt and realize you'll be paying it off for years. You work the overnight shift because you have no seniority. The airline world runs 24 hours. Planes don't stop needing maintenance because the sun went down. Your first weeks are humbling. You know the theory. The hangar is different. Everything is bigger, louder, and more complicated than the textbooks showed. Your lead mechanic hands you a work order and points at an access panel. You open it. You document what you find. You do nothing without authorization. Every action you take on an aircraft requires a signature, yours, and often someone else's. Because in this job, a mistake doesn't mean a customer complaint. It means a crash report. You learn that fast. The job is physical. You're on your feet for 8 to 10 hours. You're climbing ladders, crawling into wheel wells, lying on cold concrete to inspect landing gear. Your hands are permanently stained with hydraulic fluid and grease. Your back aches. Your ears ring from the noise. But when that aircraft pushes back from the gate the next morning with 180 people on board, you signed off on it. You said it was airworthy. That weight never fully leaves you. Level 2. The experienced mechanic. You've got 4 years in. You've worked hundreds of aircraft. You know the 737 the way you know your own hands, where the access panels are, which fasteners are always stripped, which systems throw false fault codes at 3 a.m., You've seen hydraulic leaks, cracked engine mounts, bird strike damage, and a landing gear that came back from a hard landing looking like it had been through a war. You've become a troubleshooter. That's the real skill in this job, not just knowing how to fix something, but knowing how to find what's wrong when nothing obvious is broken. You're working from schematics, from fault isolation manuals, from your own experience reading patterns that the books don't document. Some nights the aircraft talks to you. Most nights, it doesn't. You're making $37 an hour now. At a major airline with union representation, your total compensation, overtime, shift differentials, tool allowances, puts your W-2 well above your base rate. The shortage is real. There are 24,000 unfilled mechanic positions across North America right now. Airlines are competing for experienced AANDP mechanics like never before. You have leverage you didn't have 4 years ago. There are different worlds inside this job. Line maintenance, quick turnaround work between flights, diagnosing write-ups from the flight crew, getting the aircraft back in service fast, heavy maintenance, the deep work, C-checks and D-checks where an aircraft gets torn down to almost nothing and rebuilt, AOG recovery, aircraft on ground, the most urgent situation in aviation maintenance. A plane is stuck somewhere it shouldn't be, and you're the one they call. You've done all three. You have opinions about all three. Level 3. The IA mechanic, inspection authorization, 2 more letters that took years to earn. To hold an IA, you must have held your AANDP for at least 3 years and have been actively maintaining aircraft for the 2 years prior. Then you pass another FAA exam. Then you apply. Then you wait. When you get it, everything changes. You are now the last signature. When an aircraft comes out of a major repair or overhaul, it does not go back into service until an IA signs off on it. That's you. You are the final human checkpoint between a major maintenance event and the moment that aircraft carries passengers again. The weight of that is not abstract. You feel it every time you pick up a pen. You're making $55 to $65 an hour at a major carrier. Some IA mechanics at legacy airlines clear 6 figures in total compensation. The shortage has pushed pay to levels this industry hasn't seen in decades. You have your pick of employers. Some are being recruited by cargo operators, by private aviation companies, by MRO facilities offering signing bonuses. You supervise a team now. You review their work. You catch their mistakes before those mistakes become something else. You've sent aircraft back for rework that other mechanics signed off on. You don't apologize for it. That's the job. Passengers board their flights without knowing your name. They don't know what a C-check is. They don't know what an IA is. They don't think about the person who crawled through that aircraft at 3 a.m. and said, "Yes, this is safe. Yes, you can go." They just go. You made that possible, and that is enough.